Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name's Brittany. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I'm really excited because we are bringing back the prompt cards to pick our TBR. I haven't done this in a couple months. I've been strictly mood reading for a little bit, but I think it's time to build a little TBR again. I think I'm gonna pick 6 books. I feel like that's a good amount, and then we'll kind of go from there. My TBR, I do try to read it every month. Whenever I do make a TBR, I do try to stick to it. Sometimes there'll be 1 or 2 books that I don't read, but for the most part, I have been really good at sticking to it, which is crazy because a year ago, I would make a TBR and read 1 book off that TBR. So I've been pretty good at sticking to it. So let's hope for the best here. Let's go ahead and take the cards out. I love using these because it still gives you a little bit of freedom to choose the book because it's a prompt card rather than, hey, this is the book you're gonna read. I'm not good at shuffling, so I'm kind of just, you know, doing this. But I do have another video I'm currently working on where I'm using my TBR jar, and that pretty much I have all the books on my shelf that are unread, and then I pick, and that is like a specific book. So I'm excited to have the prompts. Yeah, see, that was so bad. I need to like learn how to shuffle. I'm not like a card game person that much, so. Oh, okay, it's probably good enough. Honestly, I don't really know why I shuffle anyways, because like the order of these really doesn't matter that much, but let's see. I guess I'm gonna only take a select few at first. All right, I cut it in half and I'm only gonna do like this just so I don't have to hold that many, and then I can like grab from that stack for a bit too. So the first book that we're going to be reading, let's see. Oh, an urban fantasy book. Ooh, okay, so I love urban fantasies. This is probably one of my favorite like fantasy subgenres. And I have 2 that I could, well, I have a couple, but there's 2 that immediately popped in my head. So let me grab them. They're both bricks, so hopefully the rest of the cards I choose are like options where I could, you know, pick smaller things. But my options are City of Gods and Monsters. I've really been wanting to read this. It's so thick it doesn't even like close properly, like. But I've really been wanting to read this. A lot of people say that it kind of gives off like Crescent City vibes almost, which then leads me to book 2, which is the second book in Crescent City. The only reason I'm leaning more towards this is because it's on my 2025 TBR cart, so I feel like realistically I should pick this one, but I'm just like, I'm so excited for this one, and I've been thinking about it ever since I bought it. But I love Crescent City. The first book in Crescent City is one of my favorite Sarah J Maas books. Mind you, I haven't finished Throne of Glass yet, but like as a standalone, if I was like looking at it that way, the first Crescent City was so awesome to me, amazing. I loved it so much. I cried, I laughed, oh my god, I loved it. I don't know why everybody hates Hunt. I love Hunt. I love Bryce. I love Rune. I mean, like, I loved it. Actually, I'm gonna pick this one. As excited as I am for this one, I really would love to try to make more progress on this series. I can't even remember. Yes, okay, I remember how this ended. Oh my god, the first one ended so good. I'm so excited. I tell people, like, the best way I can describe Crescent City is like a fantasy book with like fae and all of these creatures, but like a murder mystery detective type thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's so good. If you haven't read Crescent City, definitely read it. I also want to finish it before the new Addt'l comes out, because I know in the 3rd Crescent City, I'm pretty sure Azrael and Nessa are in it. Or somebody from Addt'l is like kind of a cameo in the 3rd one, so I feel like I would love to see that before I read the next Addt'l and everything, but that's not really like that much of a priority to me. I think I'll get done with the series regardless by the time it comes out, so I'm really not that worried about it. I'm rambling and I don't need to be, but anyways, the first book that we were choosing is going to be House of Sky and Breath in the Crescent City series. I'm so excited. I'm so sad that I didn't get these in the paperback, because the paperbacks have like just this on the cover that I've seen, and like they just look so like sleek and nice, and I'm like, oh. This is when I thought I was a hardcover girly, and then I slowly realized, like, no, I'm a paperback girly. Book 1 is done. I'm gonna alternate the pile, so we're gonna go back to this pile, and then I'll just, like, keep alternating them, I guess, just so there's, like, I don't know, keeps it fair. I don't know. Oh, this is, like, a bigger stack. What should I pick? I'm trying to, like, not look at the cards. I'm feeling, like, somewhere over here, so Let's do like this one. The cards that I'm getting today are so good. Okay. Morally gray characters. Like, probably almost every book on my shelf because I love a morally gray man. Okay, do I want to do like a dark romance or like a fantasy? What do I want? I mean... Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh no, my coaster. Let me grab a couple that I'm kind of thinking of. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, let me grab a couple. Give me 1 second. Okay, I grabbed 3 options that I saw off the top of my head, and 2 of these were anticipated releases for 2025 on that list, and then 1 of these was on my 2025 TBR cart. So I feel like these are good selections. The first one that I do have, this is on my 2025 TBR cart again, so if I did pick this one, it would be nice because I would be knocking off another book in my cart that I have not made much progress on, that I should be making more progress on. It is Quicksilver. I don't remember his name. I'm pretty sure it's actually something really annoying. Like, I'm pretty sure, oh, isn't it like Kingfisher or something? Not annoying, but like, it just doesn't sound like a real name. Is that his name? Oh, Kingfisher, yeah. A lot of people were saying that Kingfisher is very like morally gray, always has an attitude and everything. I have really been wanting to read this, but it is like thicker, and because I already picked Crescent City, I'm kind of like nervous. I have been wanting to read this for a while, and it is on my 2025 TBR cart. But let me show you my other 2 options. Then I have Beautiful Venom by Rena Kent. This came out recently as well, and this follows Kane. I love this art. I feel like, oh my gosh, he's cute. And I'm pretty sure, like, I know it's its own series, but I feel like somehow, somebody said it like somehow does tie to Legacy of Gods, because I think in Kiss the Villain or something, I want to say Caden mentioned him, or Caden mentioned this team or something. I could be completely mistaken, but this just threw me off because look at where the dedication is. It's like randomly right here instead of like its own page. I don't like that. I don't like that. Anyways, Beautiful Venom is my next choice. I love Rena Kent. I feel like her books are so good to read in between. Like, for example, if I do have a lot of fantasies, they're so good to read in between because her books are so unhinged that they're so enjoyable. Like, I don't know, they're so fun. Even if I don't pick this one, maybe I'll even end up reading it as a palette cleanser for all I know, you know? And then the last book that I grabbed for this card as an option is Rose in Chains by Julie Soto. This was another highly anticipated release. I was a big fan of the auction. I loved the auction, so I was very, very excited to hear this coming out. And I don't know. I know Bryony, I think, is the female, and then what is his name? Oh, Tobin. I don't know. I'm torn between these 2, to be honest. I'm excited for Beautiful Venom, but compared to these 2, I can't decide. Oh my gosh. I don't know because, like I said, this is on my cart, so I do need to read this year. But this one just came out, and everybody's like talking about the hype, and everybody like I want to be part of the hype, you know. But I wish you guys could tell me right now. Okay, I'm gonna go with Quicksilver, only because it's on my cart. I feel like if I don't pick it now, it might not get read this year. I might forget about it, so I'm gonna go with this one, and hopefully it's not too much reading this one and Crescent City and then the other 4 books that I choose. I will be coming back for you, and I will be coming back for you too, so don't worry. You guys will get read. Okay. Oh. A book that is a sequel to one that you've read before. I literally could have picked Crescent City for that one too. That's funny. Okay, let's look at my cart first. I do have a couple, but I'm not in the mood for those. Oh my god. This is why nothing on my cart has been getting read, because I haven't been like in the mood for them. I feel like I should stick with my cart. I feel like I need to. Okay. The 2 that I grabbed for sequel to the book that I've read before is So Not Meant to Be by Megan Quinn. This is the second book for the Kane brothers. The first one's A Not So Meet Cute. I thought that book was hilarious. That was the first time that I think I laughed so hard from a book. And I wasn't even like a Megan Quinn girl before I read that. Like, I did not think I was going to like her as an author. But I owned that book and I was like, oh my god, whatever. I guess I have to read it. Loved it. I'm hoping that this one has like that same humor and everything. I loved the storyline of that one with the fake dating and then they were having to hang out with this other couple. Like, it was so funny to me. And I don't even remember who this one follows because it has been a while since I read the first one. But I feel like this could be a good palette cleanser with the two fantasies that I have so far. And then the other option that I genuinely don't think I'm going to even pick, so I don't know why I picked it up right now, but it is Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo, and I really, really loved Ninth House, but the thing is, I feel like with Ninth House, I had to use like a lot of my brain power. I think it was just the magic system, the world and everything was very like complex and unique in like the dark academia world, so I focused so much on the secret societies and like their roles that I focused so much on the beginning of all of that, and then as I was like halfway through, I was like, I did not need to focus on any of that, but I think it like drained me, and then it took me a while to get through the book, even though I loved it, and I fully annotated it and everything, so it did take longer for that too. But I just don't know if I'm going to be in the mood to read this with also Crescent City, because Crescent City is one of those where the world is also complex, so I don't want to like fry my brain. Plus, I think this might be really good to read in the fall, since it is like dark academia, and if I remember correctly, this one they have to go to hell and like steal a soul pretty much, so I don't know what all that's going to entail, but Darlington is in purgatory. Oh, this sounds so good. The more I'm looking at it, I honestly think this one would be really good to read in the fall though, if we're being completely honest. So I think we're gonna go with So Not Meant to Be for book number 3, which is a sequel. Do not let me forget in fall to pick this book up. It's going right back on my cart, so. I actually have made progress on the cart, especially now that I've picked 3 books off of it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 books left on the cart. But those 6 books, like 4 of them are some thick books, so. Like 2 of them, I'm looking at them now, I'm like, I'm probably not going to read them, and it's The Way of Kings and The Priory of the Orange Tree, and they're like, but we'll see, never say never. Okay, book number 4. Is it upside down again? A book that has been adapted into a movie or TV show. Ooh, that's a good one. I feel like I might have read all of them. Okay, so the only one that I could find on my shelf, I was trying to find one that kind of like is already a show and not something that is getting turned into a show, but even then I think I've read everything that I physically own. Ooh, actually, now that I think about it, I do have a second option. Okay, let me grab my second option really quick because I didn't realize it said movie or TV show, so give me 1 second to grab the second option and then we'll decide. The first one that I do have is As Good as Dead. This is part of the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, and technically only the first season is out, but the show already started, so that's why I was thinking like this could be a good contender, and if I do this it would be finishing off the series for me. But I forgot that I had this one as well, which is The Lost World. This is the second book in the Jurassic Park like world, and this would also be finishing off a series for me. And I bought this used. I hate that it has this. It drives me crazy, but it's not. It's fine. I think I paid like $4 for it, so like it's fine. Part of me really wants to read this because I've been like in a massive dinosaur kick lately. Ever since I ever since I read the first Jurassic Park, if you've seen that video, like, then I've mentioned it many times, like I love dinosaurs. I grew up loving dinosaurs. I just love dinosaurs. I literally want a dinosaur tattoo. I love dinosaurs. But like the love for them kind of went away for a bit, and then it got like re-sparked, and now I'm like back in this like major dinosaur like era. So I feel like I really want to read The Lost World. Honestly, yeah, I think this is what we're gonna go with. All right, so we're at 4 books, so we have 2 more to pick. Okay, let's grab from this pile. Is this upside down again? I think I've held all of them upside down. A book by an author you've never read before. I'm pretty sure I've literally picked this card every single time I've done one of these videos. I'm 90% sure. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna pick. This one might be a little bit of a cheat, but I think I'm still gonna pick it. Okay, I did grab 2 choices for this one, but I am leaning more towards one of them already. So the first one I do have is The Palace of Eros. I just got this one recently, so you'll both of these books you'll be seeing in an upcoming book haul that I have coming. I love any Greek mythology retelling, and I'm pretty sure this is a it has like a twist. And then the other book I have, which I said is kind of a cheat, but like, you know, tee-hee-hee, it is The Wastelander by E.S. Luck. So the only reason I'm saying that like this is kind of cheating is because I was sent this. So when I'm sent a book, I do try to read it like as soon as I can. So I probably was already going to plan on reading this for next month. So I'm just going to count it as one of the books. I think I am going to choose this one because I also am really excited for this one. I've read a couple dystopian books recently that made me feel like I was back in my like 2012 dystopian era. So I'm hoping this will kind of give me my fix. I'm excited because it says the old world is dead, alone and starving. Her only salvation is him. It's like a dystopian romance. I'm a little nervous because some of the content warnings are kind of crazy. It says like mentions of cannibalism and stuff. And I'm like, what do you guys mean by that? But yeah. Oh, it's shorter than I realized too. Well, okay, never mind. It's like 391, so it's average length. But yeah, so I definitely do want to read this. So I'm gonna, I think, pick this as my book by an author I've never read. Okay, let's go ahead and choose the last book that we will be reading. Well, the last book on the TBR. I'm only picking 6 books because I do also like to mood read, so I like to kind of give myself time in between to read maybe 1 or 2 other books that I really want to read. Sometimes I do really good and read like 20 books a month, and then other times, like the last 2 months, I've read like 10 to 13. So I feel like picking 6 is good because then it gives me that chance to like pick up other things too. All right, let's pick our last book. Let's do actually here. A book with dragons. Okay. Let's see. The crazy thing is I'm pretty sure any book I have with dragons is going to be thick. Oh, I do have The Priory of the Orange Tree, but there's no way I'm pulling out that book right now. I'm so sorry. If I didn't pick Crescent City and Quicksilver, I would have possibly, but no, absolutely not. All my books with dragons are like some fat books. I've read most of the books on my shelf with dragons, like Fourth Wing. I have When the Moon Hatched, of Jade and Dragons. I've read all of those already. And the only 2 I can really think of are these. And they're huge, like, so. I actually think I might pick a different card. We're gonna pick a new one. I'm so sorry. I just, like, don't want to do all of these thick books next month. Because if you've seen any of my other recent videos, I've just been also going through a lot. So, like, I'm, like, half in a slump and half out of a slump, so I don't want to like overdo it and overwhelm myself. Oh, let's try this again. I kind of want this one back here, this little one that's hiding. A book that has enemies to lovers. Some of the ones like that where it's like a trope, you really have to like, I have to like pay attention to what I've been seeing like on TikTok or Instagram. Because it doesn't, like, sometimes you can't just, like, tell a book has enemies to lovers by looking at it unless you've heard of it. I think I know what I want to pick. This, I'm excited for. It's thicker, but it's YA, so it reads really, really fast. The first one I read practically in, like, one night. And it is The Rebel Witch. This is part of the Crimson Moth duology. I don't know what is in that book, but I was obsessed with it. Literally, I could not put it down. And I think this fits the enemies to lovers very, very well. Because at first I was going to do like Beautiful Venom again or something, but I was like, enemies to lovers and romance does not hit the same way it does in like a fantasy. So I really wanted like a fantasy in that sense. And I feel like even though I have other fantasy books, because this one's YA, it's not gonna be too much, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this actually would be really good in between them. Oh my god, I'm excited. I've been wanting an excuse to read this one. Not that I really need an excuse to read any of these. The good thing too is 4 of the books that I've chosen this month are going to be either continuing or completing series that I'm in the middle of. So you might even see some of these in one of those vlogs, because I do have a series on my channel where I'm continuing like book series I'm in the middle of. So you'll probably definitely see those, and I'll find ways to incorporate like others in videos too, because I personally, like for example, when I'm watching booktubers and I see that they're building a TBR, I want to see them reading those books in vlogs, because I love seeing people's like thoughts and everything. So I do try to find ways to incorporate all of these books, but I'm rambling. Let's go over all the books one more time. Okay, so these are not in the order that I picked them out in, but we're just gonna go over one more time everything that I'm reading. All right, so the first one we do have is Michael Crichton's The Lost World. I believe this was the one that was a movie or a TV show, so that is what I chose. Then an author I never read before, The Wastelanders by E.S. Luck. The sequel to something you've already read, So Not Meant to Be by Megan Quinn. In urban fantasy, we do have Crescent City House of Sky and Breath. Morally Gray character, I do have Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Oh. And then lastly, Enemies to Lovers, I have The Rebel Witch by Kristen Ciccarelli. So I think I have really good choices this month. Hopefully I can knock them all out. I feel like I'm gonna have to start with Crescent City and just like get that one kind of out of the way, because that's the most intimidating in this pile. As much as I love it, the world is just, you know, more complex, and I've been away from it now for like probably like 11 months or something, so hopefully when I read it, like it all comes back and I like remember everything. So subscribe, that way you could kind of follow along as I read these, and you can see all of my raw thoughts and reactions to all of these and any other videos that I do have coming out. So definitely subscribe and give this video a giant thumbs up. Leave a comment if you read any of these below and your thoughts on them, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.